All right, before we get started, I want to say thank you to EA for sending me a code out for F125. I really do appreciate it. Today, we're going to check out Breaking Point 3, the new story mode they have added to F1 this year. Once again, this is number 3. I played number 1 and number 2, and I'm pretty sure I recorded some episodes in those games. But today, we're going to check out Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I believe I'm the only one. That's the only thing I'm allowed to show. I'm currently looking at the thing from EA that they sent me. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, so Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 only. And obviously this will be uploaded on Friday, May 23rd. So make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't already. So, yeah, today we're going to check out F1 25. The one I actually been kind of waiting for this game. And I just want to say thank you to EA once again for sending me a code out for this game. I really do appreciate it. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into Breaking Point. Let's jump into, challenging. Let's do challenging. So, one thing with these games, with F1 25, I like to have fun with the games. I don't want to make it too hard or too easy. I kind of make it in between. And driving with a controller is hard. It's hard enough to drive with a controller. So these are my assists. Sometimes I change them. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I turn off traction control. Sometimes I turn it on full and braking assist. Sometimes I turn that off, turn it back on, blah, blah, blah. But anyways. Alright guys, we're jumping into Chapter 1 today of Breaking Point 3. I only could show you Chapter 1. I just finished playing the pre-log, but according to EA embargo that I have, I only could show Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 only. So, after the game is released, I'll release like the prologue version of this recording, and stuff like that. But I only could show Chapter 1. Hopefully I can edit it together where it is kind of normal, but I'm kind of explaining it now. I forgot to bring up my camera. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I only could show Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 in this video. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy it. And let's get started with Chapter 1 of Breaking Point 3 in F1 2025. Or F1 25.
We had an incredible start to the 24 season. Better than any of us could have imagined.
And do you think any of that was down to Davidoff Butler buying the team?
Undoubtedly. I mean, Davidoff had a way of pushing people's buttons to motivate them, as he would call it. Besides, both his kids were a Connor sport, so if there were any disagreements, which there were, he could be very
persuasive. He would always get what he wanted. Why do you think I sold the team to him at the end of 2023?
Alright, you're the boss. Throughout the course of Breaking Point 3, you're not only in control of the drivers, but also Kona Sport team principal, Casper Ackerman. During these visits to the team data center, Casper will have to make difficult decisions covering the range of topics during the development events. Alright, you have direct effect on many things such as your performance, reputation, and even effects of bonus objectives for the upcoming races.
Got a couple of minutes.
Yay. To run advertising campaigns featuring Devin and himself. To promote their new product line. Okay. We'll do that. Promote the team a little bit. All that stuff. So this is the hub. Performance and reputation. Performance, reputation, and then responding to your actions. Okay. Got the news. Check out the news, all that stuff. Social media. Share the social media. Accept the call from the boss, obviously.
Casper, how's everything shaping up?
Pretty good. We're just about to go over the
And
data
check the
from FP3.
emails.
I want to encourage Callie to adjust the brake balance. She's still locking up coming out of turn 7. And as for Aiden,
Yeah, good. Thank you, Casper. Thanks. Yep. Casper, listen, we need another strong showing at Imola.
of course.
Getting a great result in Ferrari homeland would show that we're serious about making the top 3.
And we are, as you know. We delivered a good car this year, so we don't really...
But there's always a better car around the corner. Also, I understand my old friend Ernst has been in touch about a shoot with some watches.
Yeah, Eigenberger. Yes, I've given it the go-ahead.
Very good. It's important to me. I'll tell Devon, you tell California. Anyhow, I got another call to make. Must be off. Ciao.
All right, we're gonna jump into the race in Imola, I believe. Oh, we can actually select our drivers. Do we want to be Callie or Aiden Jackson? You know what? Let's be Callie. All right, achievement. There you go. First achievement. The Imola Romania Grand Prix. It's not Imola.
What a terrific battle this is. Down the main straight at Imola. Connor Sport against Red Bull. Verstappen against Mayer. And there's contact. Into the gravel goes Mayer. Verstappen races on.
It was always going to be close going into that corner. Tough to go around the outside. Verstappen was so hard though, so aggressive, as we often see.
All right. So I was talking about in the pre-log, and I realized that I can't show that. I was talking about the game and all that stuff, the changes they have made and stuff like that. The one thing that I've seen when they're changing stuff is the cornering. Like if you brake, and sometimes the car oversteers and understeers, which is normal because that's how F1 cars are in real life. Sometimes they don't turn, sometimes they do. Sometimes they turn too much. So it really depends on... You get around Science here. A little bump from Science. That's alright. So obviously this is a little bit older of a... I would say driver lineup with Science still being a Ferrari right now. Currently in real life he is with Williams. And Lewis Hamilton is with Ferrari instead of Mercedes. And Kimi Antonelli is in for Mercedes. So... rookie driver there. He's actually doing pretty well, I think, in my opinion, for being a rookie driver and being in one of the top teams in Formula 1. So they put a lot of promise into him when it comes down to it. And I think he's done very well. I think he just had some bad luck with everything. So obviously in his home race, he lost power to his engines and a lot of stuff with that race. Which kind of sucks because I think he had a pretty good opportunity to get some good points for the team and everything. So get around Verstappen.
Okay, nice work, really good job with that target, mate.
And then our finish is finished third and above, so we need to get past our teammate here, Jackson. So like I was saying before I had to cut all that stuff out due to EA and all that stuff that I have to follow. And I was talking about like the cornering and stuff like that and the car overall. And sometimes they make it tough to turn. Sometimes it's pretty easy to turn and all that stuff. So, oh, that's definitely old. Look at Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent's not even in Formula 1 anymore. So, I think he's doing like endurance racing or something like that. But anyways, we got past Oscar here for third place. We got DRS. He does not have DRS. Oh, went on the grass. That was a bad. Yeah, we gotta take that. We gotta give that position back.
Place back. I'm afraid that was an illegal overtake.
There we go. There we go. Let's talk about the way I like to play this game and stuff like that. I like to play with some assist on and some assist off. As you guys can see, some of the assists are on. Regarding the indicators on the track for turning and stopping and stuff like that. Some other things I have is, I don't know if I included it, but I'll mention it now anyways. Is
Brilliant.
I
Nice move.
have
Keep
brake and
going.
assist on medium, and I have traction control on full. Sometimes I like to alternate the two, like turn that off, turn that off, turn this on, turn that off. It's just like the way I like the way that I play the game, and we are currently playing on medium, or I would say like medium to hard right now. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I showed that in the beginning. I want to mention it just in case I didn't, because I don't know how the editing is going to go after this this chapter and everything. So, anyways, we got a couple laps to go. We're catching up to P2 with Checo. That's in the Red Bull. He's no longer in Formula 1, as you guys know. So that kind of sucks. He was a good driver. He was a good driver. I think just Red Bull. I think just every single second Red Bull driver, second seat Red Bull driver. I don't know what happens in that team, but it's just I don't know. I don't know what happens in that team, but stuff happens to that team, and just it's just awful for the second driver overall, in my opinion. But I'm not running a multi-million-dollar team, so. But anyways, okay, a couple laps to go. Let's see if we can get past Checo here. Obviously the collisions they're off for this, obviously. I don't know if I had the option to turn them on or turn them off, but anyways, let's see. We completed our 2 objectives, so at least until if something happens, if we crash or anything like that. I am playing on a controller, so that's why I have some of those assists on, and sometimes I turn them off just to have a little fun and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes I turn them off, sometimes I turn them off, just because I'm playing on a controller, and playing on a controller on a racing game, especially as high caliber as a race sim as F1 is. Obviously, it could be better, it could be worse, and stuff like that. There's better simulators out there, and there's worse simulators out there, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I like playing on a controller. I'm currently playing on the Xbox Series X. This is being recorded in 4K. 60 frames, and my Xbox isn't obviously in 4K 60 frames as well, so doing all my normal settings when it comes down to like recording, what I normally do with my videos. So anyways, we got to keep in third. We're kind of going all over the track here. It's because I'm trying to talk to you guys about the game, and I'm trying to focus on the game as well. So yeah, so they made some huge improvements to the game, and they made some small improvements as well on the overall game. I've seen they definitely have made some big improvements with the cars and the steering in general. So, if we get past Leclerc without DRS, we can. There we go. Oh, he's right on our butt. I'm going to give him some room. But we're ahead in the corner, so he has to kind of back off a little bit. There we go. All right, last lap of the race. Let's take this home. And I don't know how long the chapters are. I don't know how many chapters are. This is literally my first time playing it, first time jumping into it and stuff like that. I did do a race in career mode with Aston Martin and stuff like that. That's where I found out where, like, sometimes the car doesn't turn in, sometimes it does. It really depends on a lot of factors, and I absolutely love that. So even with the assists I have and the stuff that I have enabled, I'm still getting, like, oversteer and understeer as well. So there's still some stuff that you still get if you have some assists on and stuff like that. Sometimes the car doesn't want to turn in at all. Sometimes the car turns in a little too much and all that stuff. So, but anyways, coming at the end of the lap here, checkered flag, and we are P1. There we go.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Hey, another achievement. Another achievement. There we go. Won our first race.
to say it's been another good day for Connor Sport today. A string of
We'll see if they change the podium or not. I'll turn off my face cam just for this so you guys can see like the full thing.
Yeah, they're in the top 3 now,
And stuff like that, so
far, and I've been really impressed.
check it out. There we go.
I don't think you're the only one there, Ants. We'll be watching this season with interest. So after a magnificent race, we can now
so far they haven't changed the style of podium where the driver walks out and stuff like that, so they haven't really changed anything. They might have made some improvements with like the overall like quality of it, but I mostly just skip over this when I'm playing just regularly because I play this game. It's kind of like my like chill relax game when it comes down to it, when I'm not like recording or playing any other games. It's kind of like my chill relax game that I played like with like F124 and obviously stuff like that. I play that just casually. I play it. So
Callie, quite a fierce battle with Max out there today. How did you find going up against him in a situation like that?
Look, Max has been world champion for the last 3 seasons and he's looking like he'll make it a 4th. He's the best in the world right now. What more can you say? I mean, you don't really get the edge on Max very often, so I am pleased I was able to survive that scrape and come through like I did.
You're now 3rd in the Constructors. That's the best performance we've ever seen from Connor Sport. So what do you put it down to?
Yeah, I attribute it to the team as a whole. Everyone talks about the drivers, but it's really good to remember that we're all in this together. The engineers, the mechanics, strategists, every single person at Connor Sport is giving it their all, working harder than ever, and I think the results are starting to show that.
So do you feel like you're sending a message to the rest of the grid with these kinds of results?
No, I've got absolutely no interest in sending a message. I care about working hard, bringing in the points, keeping the team competitive, and delivering the kinds of results I know I'm capable of. I'm here to race, and that's all there is to it. Other people might interpret that as like sending a message, but honestly, that couldn't be farther from my mind.
That's great, thank you.
all right, post race, chapter 1. Let's see what this is all about. It is currently loading. Here we go.
Beautiful. Yes.
Evan.
Hey, Dad. Just congratulating the guys on a job well done.
There was no time for that. We all did well. How are preparations coming on for Monaco?
I'm sure everything's in hand.
Listen, Evan. We don't have time to rest on our laurels. I want the race data analysed and full diagnostic reports on Casper's desk before we begin packing down. Listen, you've dropped the ball on this one. You cannot take your foot off the gas, not when Connor Sport is this close to success. I expect you to take charge. Show the team what a leader is.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult, that, Dad. I'm team liaison. Basically, I pass notes between departments. Not exactly leadership material, is it?
Devon, you have got to focus on the bigger picture. Casper.
Davidoff. Devon, can you give us a minute? Just need to talk to your father.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. I'll just go and liaise, yeah?
Davidoff, why so full on?
Just trying to motivate him, is all. He needs to stay focused.
Yeah, I'm talking about the team. They've just had a fantastic result and you're... Just give them some space to simmer down, to celebrate.
Of course. You're right. But we cannot lose momentum now, Casper. Everything must be in its place.
What are you planning?
What do you mean?
I've seen that face before. I mean, whatever it is, just keep me informed. I don't want any nasty surprises.
I'm just looking out for my family, that's all.
Okay.
Some drama. All right, so we are in the... Check out the news. Check out social media. And get a call from... Evan.
Hi.
Callie, sorry to miss the debrief. What a race.
Yeah, thanks.
Listen, let me take you out for dinner to congratulate you.
What? One of you and Aiden's little soirees? No, thank you.
Don't be like that, California. You're always welcome. I always invite you and you always say no.
You invited me once in Monaco when I found out you were going without me.
That was just a misunderstanding.
In fact, I think it was Aiden who invited me.
I'm not getting into this. Look, are you coming or not?
Dad, I'm sure you mean well, but the last time we tolerated each other long enough to eat a meal, you spent the whole evening telling me to sit up straight. I could do without the stress. I just want to relax. I just want to enjoy my evening without feeling you're judging me all night.
Fine. I'm sure you'll have a perfectly good time on your own.
All right. Race engineer. There we go. And another call.
Mom.
She answers. I finally got through. Congratulations, Cal. What a race that was.
Yeah, thanks. You'll never guess. Dad invited me to dinner to congratulate me.
Well, I'm sure that'll be fun.
Yeah, I politely declined.
Oh, and I'm sure that didn't annoy him at all.
Everything I do annoys him.
Oh, just ignore him, Cal. He's an old man trying to clear his guilty conscience.
Hard to ignore him. I work for him now.
Oh, that's true, but you just do you. You don't owe him anything.
Thanks, Mum. I should go.
Absolutely.
All right.
Congrats again. Bye.
We are going to jump into chapter 2, and this is the point where, like, after chapter 2, I can't show anything else. After, when the game gets fully released on the 27th, that's when I could release some more gameplay for you guys, some more videos in F1 25. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this long video showing chapter 1 and chapter 2 of F1 25. But anyways, let's jump straight into it on the Austria Grand Prix. We're jumping into the mid race. I thought there would be kind of a cutscene before this, but there wasn't, so.
Now's our time to push. Come on.
Oh, now we're being Aiden. Okay. Overtake Norris before lap 13. What lap are we on? What lap are we on? Want to know. Lap 8. He's in first. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I want to give you guys the full experience. I won't cut anything out because I'm only showing chapter 1 and chapter 2 in this video. So we're going to go full. I won't cut out anything. Usually when this type of stuff happens, just in between like cutscenes and stuff like that, I will cut it out. But in this one, I'll just leave it in. Even though this track is a little bit long on lap times. About like a minute and 20 seconds, I would say. Around there, minute and 10 seconds. So, hold on, guys. I have to pause the game for a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I am back. Sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. Get on Leclerc on there. And we got Russell in second. Pass Russell in the grass. Why not? DRS. Wide open. I remember this race in Austria in when Norris and Verstappen collided with each other. And then that's when Norris took lead and won the race when Total Wolff was yelling on the radio, like, you could do this. And Russell was yelling at him, like, shut up, let me drive. That was actually pretty fun encounter, like, pretty funny encounter and stuff like that. I like that. I like that type of thing that happens in Formula 1. Just Total Wolff was excited. Stuff like that. So it was pretty funny to see. Pretty funny to watch.
Great work. That's
There we
the
go.
fastest lap of the race.
Obviously, with F1 25 Break Point 3, you could turn up the difficulty to even higher this year than previous years. So if you want to have a more like realistic a more realistic experience, obviously you could do that. You can fully adjust the settings to yourself when the game fully comes out and stuff like that. But I absolutely the stuff I've been playing and the stuff I've seen so far, I absolutely love this game. Absolutely love it.
Some brilliant laps out there at the Red Bull Ring today, especially from our race leader, Aidan Jackson.
And his teammate, Mayo, is making up ground out there as we speak.
An impressive overtake on the cards. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Mayo moves another place closer to her teammate in first.
All right, now we're going to jump into her car as well. I kind of like jumping in between.
Copy that. Aidan is in first.
Jumping in between cars, I kind of like that.
Let's go and find out, mate. Come on.
All right, can we catch our teammate? Of course we can. Of course we can. We just got to get past Sainz here. Probably going to get past him on the DRS zone here. There we go. Boom.
5 places behind Aidan. 5 places behind.
All right, we got pretty much I think enough laps to catch up to him and stuff like that. To get the gap down, we got 12 seconds. He's 12 seconds ahead. We can get that gap down. Pass Russell here. Another DRS zone.
Okay, good.
And we get past Leclerc here as well. Get past him on the corner there. Might cut the corner a little bit, but I don't have any like the restrictions and stuff on. Obviously, you guys can tone those on if you guys want to. It's just I like to enjoy the story of Breaking Point 3. Or when it comes down to any story mode type of game, I like to put it on like medium difficulty and just enjoy the story and stuff like that. And when I'm done with the game and stuff like that, when I'm done beating the game, then I go back and play on like the hardest difficulty, see if I can beat it on the hardest difficulty, or like even harder difficulty. It really depends on the game. But I think after I'm done like playing this and doing this Breaking Point 3 completed, then maybe I'll go back and redo it and do the
okay, Aidan's a couple of
the hardest difficulty and try and see if there's any difference with that compared to like the medium difficulty that I selected in the beginning. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it in the video in the beginning because I had cut out a big juicy chunk of the game due to being the prologue, and I can't not the prologue, the stuff in the beginning I couldn't show. I only could show chapter 1 and chapter 2. So I might send an email to the EA rep. Maybe I can say like, hey, can I include the very beginning of Breaking Point 3, or like do I have to cut that out? So but anyways, we're catching up to Aidan. We're about 4 seconds behind. So basically a lap behind. A little bit less than a lap behind, obviously. Or even less than a lap behind. We might be able to catch him in this lap or maybe in the next one, because we're not going to get DRS here and stuff like that. Obviously, it looks like we don't need it because with the difficulty, it's a little bit easier to pass the cars and stuff like that. They're not really giving up enough a challenge for passing. But I'm pretty sure in the harder difficulties, then it'll be a lot harder to pass them. They're going to give up a little bit more of a fight than what's currently going on in this one. So, but I like to enjoy the game. I like to enjoy the story. The racing doesn't really like matter to me for the story wise, but I just like to have fun with the game. So there you go, pass 8 in there. Probably should have waited for the DRS zone, so he wouldn't get DRS, but that's okay. If he passes me here, we'll just pass him again. So, anyways, a couple more laps to go. 4 more laps. Now, this is the part where I might cut out just because it's going to be pretty boring of me just going around in a track. So, yeah, I might cut some of this out. So I'll see you guys when we get to the last lap of this race. Unless something else pops up, then obviously I'll cut to that and I'll show that instead of skipping right to the last lap. So I'll see you guys whatever happens next. All right, guys, we're coming up to we're on the last lap of the race here. So I've been passing some cars past Alex Albon. I gotta remember this is the older grid regarding the drivers and the car performance, because Williams in real life have been absolutely crushing it when it comes down to the points and just overall getting race positions that I think are absolutely needed for that team and stuff like that. That team has a huge turnaround when they signed Sainz to be one of the drivers. I think that team, as soon as they signed him, I think that's when that team really turned over on a really good note. And I love seeing. I looked back at the history of the Williams F1 team when I first started watching F1, and just the history behind it, and how it was like family owned and everything like that, which was just awesome. But I'm glad to see it back where it should be. Yes! All right, there we go. P1. There we go, boys. There we go.
In a league of their own.
We're gonna skip that because we're already seen all the podium stuff like that. We're gonna skip all that. So we already seen all that. We're jumping into the interviews now. Interviews.
Callie,
all right.
Congratulations on first place today. How do you feel?
I'm just proud of myself and proud of the team. Today was a good day. I fully delivered on what I'm capable of, and that just feels great. We live for days like these. The whole team does. The car felt good, strategy was on point, and we could deliver when it mattered the most. Couldn't be happier.
You had to go through your teammate to secure victory today. So come on, what was it like taking on Aiden out there?
Well, Aiden and I are good friends off the track these days, and I'm always aware when it's him out there. I'm never going to be too aggressive with Aiden in a situation like that, just in case I hurt the team's chances. So I'd honestly rather it was Max or Sergio, but, you know, you've got to push regardless of who's in front of you.
Well, today has moved Connor Sport up to second in the table for the first time ever. But can you sustain this level throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah. We're not just going to sustain this level. The goal is to improve it. We've worked too hard to get here just to let it slip now. We're not going to reach second place and be content. We've got to capitalise on this momentum and keep pushing and aim for the top. And honestly, I think days like today show that we've got what it takes to get there.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, post-race chapter 2. After this chapter, this is what I can't show. So after this cutscene, I'm pretty sure once we jump into, we can't really show anything else. For now.
But it's a long season. I won't be around for a race or two. I have a bit of business I can't avoid. So I thought we'd get together and make sure that you understand what I expect from you in my absence.
Well, you said it yourself. We're flying, right? So we just keep doing what we're doing.
No.
Oh.
No, if we're to catch Red Bull, take Connor Sport to the next level, each of you is going to have to step it up. Devon, you need to take charge more. You're a butler, a man of action. You need to start acting like one.
What's Casper said about that?
Callie, in my absence, follow Devon's lead. No arguments.
Finally.
Casper will be calling the shots, as usual. But Devon speaks for me. Is that clear?
Sure, no problem.
So, when we reach the top of the table, Connorsport will no longer be the hunter, but the hunted, and every team will be gunning for you. So, Aiden, if there are any disagreements anywhere in the team, don't be afraid to step in. Casper is going to be coming under increasing stress over the next few races. I need to make sure there's someone there with a cool head, able to smooth things over. And to keep half an eye on these two. Now, does everyone understand what I want them to do? Have I made myself clear?
Crystal. Of course.
Sure.
Good. I think we're done here. Remember what I said? You can close the door on your way out.
Interesting. So we'll go through like the phone calls and everything, and then I'll end the video there. I can't show any more, unfortunately. I would love to share some more with you guys, but we have to wait a little bit longer for that. So we get a call from our mom. Let's answer it.
Mum.
Congratulations, Cal! I was screaming at my TV.
All nice things, I hope.
You are the best driver on the grid right now. There, I've said it.
Thanks, Mum. How's everything?
Oh, well, funny you should ask. I've just had a call from your father.
You answered?
I suppose I was curious.
What did he want?
Well, he called to talk about you. Isn't she doing well, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then he wished me well. And he said he had to take another call, and he went.
Weird.
Has he mentioned me at all?
I mean, we don't really talk.
No. Of course you don't. Sorry. Suppose not. Anyway, darling, well done again. I'll let you go, sweetie.
Bye, Mum.
All right, let's see if there's any other calls going to pop up while I do my outro, and if there is, we'll listen to that, and that'll be the end of the video. Perfect timing.
Hey, Casper.
Hey, great job today. Top class driving.
Thanks. The car felt great. Nice work.
Cheers, yeah. Listen, just something to put in front of you. We're going to be doing a marketing campaign soon for a watch brand. Just gonna be filming a day with you, Devon, Davidoff, and...
Absolutely no chance.
Cal.
Come on, Casper. It'll be weird. I mean, you know I don't fit the Butler name. I don't even use the Butler name. Honestly, terrible idea.
It's not coming from me. Davidoff was very insistent. And Callie, we need the money.
Right. So, this is one of those where you're asking me nicely, but really, I haven't got a say.
Yeah.
Okay. Sign me up.
Okay. Thanks, Cal. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna go now, before you ask me to do a dance or something.
Oh, no one wants that. I've seen you dance. Bye.
Bye.
Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 in this video. If you guys did, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't already. I once again want to say thank you to EA for sending me a code out for F1 25. I really do appreciate it. My name is Justin or Prez, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.